let's have a little chat. Get your coffee, get your Capri Sun. I just saw a TikToker using a Capri Sun, and I thought that was funny. Whatever drink, just go grab it, and let's do a cheers. Okay? Cool. All right, so I'm doing a fundraiser, which I have been posting about a little bit here and there. I'm also not feeling too great at the moment, so don't mind me. Anywho, so my mom, she passed away last summer, breast cancer, and an organization that helped her was Chicks and Chaps, which is national, but the chapter that helped her was the Missoula Chicks and Chaps. That's kind of hard to say. Chicks and Chaps, which is in Missoula. Surprise. Missoula is in Montana. Okay. And so they're just this wonderful group of people that help fund and support families impacted or women who have breast cancer, right? So these funds go to like anything from groceries to wigs to clothing to medical bills to paying a mortgage or heating bill for that month. For me, okay, coffee break. Did you take a drink? I hope so. Anyway, so for me, with my mom, she first had it, and I'll be making a full like story pretty soon, but when she first had it, it was back in 2017, in February, shortly after my little baby was born, because I have a Christmas baby, and she told me, you know, I've actually been diagnosed with breast cancer. So we actually sold our townhome up in South Carolina, and we moved across the country back to Montana to my roots, and with a newborn, and I was fresh out of surgery too because I had some gallbladder issues, and anyway, so there was that, a lot happening. So she had a whole year of just like intensive treatments and double mastectomy, like the whole enchilada, and I actually documented the entire thing through a blog. But in my grief, I deleted the entirety of my website. Like, it wasn't the brightest move, but I used to have a LibraryJames.com. But in my grief, I was just over it, you know? So anyway, during that time, a group of women kind of rallied around her and was like, hey, how can I support you? How can I be your friend? How can I be your tribe? How can I help? And that was Chicks and Chaps. So anyway, they support the Western lifestyle, right? So they do like this big fundraiser rodeo thing at the fairgrounds in Montana every year. And okay, so like you get a mechanical bull and you can learn to ride the mechanical bull. I am not a cowgirl, right? So just me on a mechanical bull was like the most ridiculous thing ever. My mom did it in like a denim miniskirt, and then she realized that she was wearing a denim, like not miniskirt, I shouldn't say miniskirt, but like just above her knees. Anyways, so she did it and then realized that she was wearing a skirt. So I got this really funny photo of her just being like, oh, you know, like Marilyn Monroe moment. Anyway, it was just super funny. And all these different cowboys kind of rallied around us and was teaching us how to like rope a steer. Is that what it is? But they're haystacks with horns, so that's what it was. Anyway, so it was super fun, and we did that a couple years in a row, but I'm not someone who likes to be touched. I don't like the people in my bubble at all, and I'm not athletic, I'm not a cowgirl like, at any stretch. Anyway, so these cowboy people came up behind me and was trying to teach me how to like rope it correctly, and I was just like horrified, like, cowboy touching me. And then my mom was like, you know how many people would love to have a cowboy up in their business? And I was always like, I don't want a cowboy up in my business. I want no one up in my business. You know, the panic was setting in. It was an important thing. It was an important group of people that really helped and rallied around my mom and became her friends. And not only became her friends, but like became this tribe of support. So she went into remission-ish after a year, and unfortunately it came back in March of 2021, and they were like, it's in your lungs, it's in your liver, there's not much we can do, like we can't remove it, you know, so it's just there. And basically it's just counting days. And they gave her a chemo pill for as long as they could give her a chemo pill. And then they, gave her some treatments and things as long as she could. Eventually it spread into her brain. And after that, it was kind of this downhill slope. So Chicks and Chaps was there for a lot of different ways. They were there. They gave her an honorary. My mom was very much a girly girl. She had cheerleader in high school. She was just like that, like, whoa. She was very like, she was think about book tropes. She was the sunshine. I was the grump. That was always like us. She was always like, good morning. I'm awesome. And I'm always like, talk to me and die. I'm not a very finally morning person. Anyway, so that was always our kind of dynamic. And they gave her this honorary rodeo princess, a trip around a stadium. As a princess, that meant a lot to her. She also volunteered with them a lot too. Like, became friends with these people and like these women, and just volunteered her time as well. And they just gave her a reason to laugh and like joy in general. And they were very helpful, and they supported my mom in more ways than one. They were a tribe of friends, a support group, financial blessings. She volunteered with them, so it gave her like a lot of memories and purpose, and because of their financial help, because they helped my family out so much, my mom was actually able to come down to where I live now, and then a lot of like extended family lives here too, so she was able to spend some time with them. I used to joke and call it her goodbye tour, and she'd be like, it's not my goodbye tour. But I mean, it totally was her goodbye tour, because the last thing she kind of did was me and her had it was on Mother's Day of 2023. We were able to go to like a hotel and hot tub together and just girl talk, and we went to dinner, but she couldn't really eat because she was so sick, so I ate. And we got her some white crackers. And we cuddled all night long on the bed. It was one of the most special memories I have, because after that weekend is when we found the brain tumor, like the cancer came into her brain. And if it wasn't for Chicks and Chaps, we never would have had that weekend. So they're amazing. And you may think that just like $1 is like meh, it's just $1, but really if 1,000 of you saw this video and 1,000 of you donate just $1, that's $1,000, right? And break that down to $200 dollars per week for groceries or wigs or whatever, like the impact of that is astronomical, like guarantee. So that's why I'm doing this. And so you donate $1, the link is in my bio. One simple dollar, you could do that. You could do more if you want to. No matter what you do, like, I'm so beyond grateful that you'd be willing to help me get to my goal. And I am grateful for each and every one of you who's already donated. You are awesome. I just appreciate you so much. And even if you can't at all, like sharing this video and reposting it or whatever, I'm not asking you to follow me or anything ridiculous, like, at all. Like, that's not what this is about. Just getting the word out on how I can help these women who helped my family. And anyone who donates even just $1, because there's no minimum, any amount, you get entered in to win a goodie basket. And there's actually 2 baskets, so there's going to be 2 winners. And the baskets has Chicks and Chaps swag, like a beanie, there's a tumbler, there's a blanket, I think. And but the big part of it is a big cozy reading basket. So we have my book, The Inevitability of Us, is in there. And this is just a realistic contemporary romance told in 4 points of view. And the characters are very complex. If you like characters that are like great character development and complex characters and something that's heartwarming, found family, like, this is the book for you. And that's in there. My other book, Hunted, which is a thriller a crime thriller, I would say, psychological maybe as well. And there's also like a romance in there. So it's like a cop, like victim cop romance going on. Pretty cool. That is also going to be in there. And then we've got Where in the World is Xavier Woods? This is a really good book. Independent author from. So it's kind of like this just cute traveling story. Lots of found family and like self-discovery. So it's very good. Definitely worth checking out. And then we have Mind to Protect, Julia Eichenlaub. I think I said her name right. So this is a romantic suspense, dual point of view, some spices in there. So those books are in there, and more books are coming. Okay, I got different authors messaging me, and so the book bundle is going to grow, and so you'll have 2 different baskets, 2 different ways of potentially winning, and it's as simple as giving $1 to this cause. And we do giveaways all the time here, and it's not about following or tagging. It's just like, you know, if you're able to donate $1 or even just reposting this so that, you know, other people can maybe see it, you get entered in to win a huge goodie basket of different books, primarily independent authors. And I do have other authors coming to me, and I do have one Australian author who's best-selling, and I'm very excited about that. And I'll tell you all about her. I plan on doing all these videos for her. So that is the whole deal. And now I have one long video that you guys can just bluff if you want to. Appreciate you. All of you are awesome. All the love always.